This video is brought to you by the 280 Group, optimizing product management.
Hi, I'm Brian Lawley, CEO and founder of 280 Group, and also author of the best-selling book, Product Management for Dummies. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 ways that product managers can get executives on their side. Now I'm going to talk about the 5 techniques that you can use to influence your executives as a product manager. The first is what I call, and what Wickham stands for is, what's in it for me? So get to the point really quickly. Here's how this is going to affect you. And this is important for executives as well as anyone else that you're trying to influence. People want to know what's in it for me. The second is be brief. You want to be hard-hitting, you want to be brief, get your point across, and ask for what you want, ask for the support you want. If you're talking to executives and you go on and on, you're going to lose them. And the second that they become glossy-eyed, your ability to influence them and get them to be on your side just plummets. The third is what I call exec speak. Make sure that at your company you understand the acronyms and the metrics that your executives are tasked to achieve. So if gross margins are important, if the bottom line is important, if revenue growth is important, if strategic initiatives are important, make sure you understand the language that your executives speak and talk to them accordingly. If you go off into technologies or you go off into the weeds about details about your product that are too low level, you're going to lose them. The fourth, always be thinking about return on investment, because this is how executives think. Right? If I spend this much money, what am I going to get back in terms of return? If I take these resources and I focus them on building a great product, or I take the dollars and I support your launch, or I spiff the salespeople with extra dollars, what's the return on investment going to be, and what's the incremental gain? So one thing that I did early in my career, I ran a marketing program where we spent $2 million extra one quarter, and I was able to come back to the executive staff and say, for that $2 million, here's the extra units and the extra profit we got, and we gained 1.5% market share. And that showed them if we continued to spend that money that way, that's what their return on investment was going to be and what the incremental gain was going to be. And fifth is what I call preloading. And what preloading means, it's a very simple concept. Don't ever show up to a meeting of executives without having talked to each one of them beforehand and gotten their support or at least understanding of what you're going to be proposing. If you show up at an executive meeting and you've got an idea that they haven't heard of before, they may initially have a reaction to it that's very negative, and an executive can completely shoot down your idea with just one simple sentence and excuse you from the meeting. And so all of your hard effort and your hard work and your effort to try to get your initiative going can just be shot down instantly. So to summarize, make sure you tell them what's in it for them. Make sure that you're brief and you speak their language in terms of executive speak. Make sure you're always focused on what's the ROI, what's the return on investment and the incremental gain. And make sure you're not surprising them. Preload the conversations so they're on your side and you have the highest possible chance of getting what you want. For more tips like this, pick up a copy of Product Management for Dummies or come and join one of our classes, Optimal Product Management and Product Marketing, People Skills for Product Managers, or Agile Excellence for Product Managers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. And also go to 280group.com and sign up for our newsletter and download our entire library of product management resources. Thanks.